1. Ignore this huge misconception. When a grieving person asks David Kessler, a renowned grief expert, "How long will I grieve for?" Kessler replies, "How long will the person be dead?" As we all know, the answer is, forever. Society dictates that grief is something that you deal with. Then, you simply move on. But grief is not an island that exists as an isolated block of space and time. Grief simply becomes a part of your life. Like happiness, it can come and go in waves. You engage with your waves of happiness, so it's important to engage with your waves of grief too. Grief is not something you ever complete, it's an ongoing process that you move forward with. The reason that ignoring this huge misconception will help you to cope with your grief, is because you will never judge your grief again. You will never feel unnecessary anxiety, pressure or shame about your grief. You can just focus on grieving. 2. Self-compassion. Feel what you must feel. Be kind to yourself, and allow yourself to feel what you must feel. Grief is your personal response to loss. It's as unique as your fingerprint. As beautiful as your personality. As necessary as breathing. The emotions you feel may include shock, anger, sorrow, guilt, frustration, insecurity, fear, and so much more. You may feel these emotions in varying degrees, from mild to intense, on and off, for days, weeks, months and years. To cope with your grief, you must process it. But what does process grief actually mean? One way to process grief is to allow yourself to feel your emotions without pushing them aside or judging yourself for them. For example, if you're sad and feel like crying, don't stop yourself. Know that there is great strength in allowing yourself to feel pain. So don't swallow back your sobs, and distract yourself with Facebook, work, alcohol, shopping or other things. Instead, feel whatever you're feeling, for as long as you're comfortable. Grief comes in waves. Let that particular wave move through you, eventually rolling into the shore. Let the grief run its course, for that moment. Tears are healing, literally. They release endorphins, which are feel-good chemicals that help to ease your pain, both emotional and physical. Suppressed pain simply creates more pain. These common phrases sum up the importance of processing grief. You cannot heal what you don't feel, and what we resist, persists. Similarly, if you feel angry, don't suppress your anger and pretend to be happy. Slow down, and feel your anger. You can do this by thinking about why you're angry. Or you could write about the source of your anger in a journal. Or you could call a trusted, non-judgmental friend to talk about it. Additionally or alternatively, express your anger by punching a boxing bag, screaming into a pillow, engaging in exercise, or doing something else to safely express the emotion. Allowing yourself to feel and express your emotions won't remove your grief. But over time, your pain may feel less intense, and may even transition to other emotions. Some people, in time, find that rather than feeling all-embracing sadness, they smile and remember the good times. Overall, their yearning transitions toward celebration. 3. Talk to someone. Talk to trusted, non-judgmental people about what you're feeling, thinking and experiencing. You may also consider speaking to a preferred healthcare professional or consider joining a grief support group. When you talk to someone, you are processing your grief. You are allowing your loss to be acknowledged and validated. This is comforting and helps you to move forward. If there's a wonderful person who wants to help, and who'd benefit from some useful tips on how to support you without judgment, consider sharing the following video with them: How to Support Me in My Grief. We'll provide a link to it below, in the video description box. When sharing the video with your person, you can say or write something like, "I appreciate you wanting to help me, thank you so much. I know it's not always easy to know what to say to me. This video might help. I'm sending it to you with a heart full of gratefulness and thanks." 4. Try to eat well, exercise, relax your mind and prioritize sleep. Amidst the early heartbreak and chaos of loss, maybe the last thing you'll want to focus on is looking after yourself. That's understandable. But as soon as possible, try to make self-care a priority. While it won't remove your grief, it will keep you in the healthiest possible condition to help you process your emotions, and to navigate your new situation. Also, small routines like eating healthy food regularly, going for walks, doing meditation, and sleeping at a certain time, can anchor your life, when literally everything around you is all at sea. 5. Express your emotions through writing and other creative outlets. If you're looking for additional ways to express your emotions, consider engaging in a creative pursuit like dancing, making music, writing in a journal, or creating some kind of art. When writing in a journal, just let your thoughts flow. Don't judge or correct yourself as you write. It's therapeutic to transfer your thoughts to a page. It can feel like an offloading or unburdening, creating a sense of lightness, helping you to deal with the next minutes, hours and days. When it comes to art, there are endless options. You can draw, paint, sculpt, color in, make collages and so on. 6. Ask for help. At different times during your grieving process, ask for help from trusted people. For example, if you're organizing a funeral, ask a family member to go with you to the funeral home. If it's the anniversary of a death, arrange to meet up with a friend for lunch, so you can share whatever you're thinking and feeling. If you've lost your job, reach out to people and agencies who can help you in a practical way. If you have major life decisions to make in the aftermath of a loss, ask for help by reaching out to the relevant people or agencies to request an extension of time. Where possible, be careful about making major decisions when you're grief-stricken. If you can't ask for a delay, perhaps talk about your options to a trusted person who may be able to offer guidance and clarity. 7. Don't feel guilty about experiencing joy. It's okay to laugh and feel joy during your grief process. All emotions can coexist at any time of your life, including times of grief. It's also okay to return to some or all of your everyday routines, as soon as you feel ready. Experiencing joy and getting back to routines doesn't mean you loved the person or pet any less. It just means that you're learning to navigate your new situation, which now includes coping with grief and loss, amidst joy and other emotions as well. 8. Set time aside to grieve. Some people benefit from putting time aside each day to deal with their grief, because it gives them strength for the day or night ahead. In some cases, because the grief has been processed at a dedicated time, it's less likely to appear unexpectedly later. Or, they enjoy the fact that they're remembering their loved one, daily, like a ritual. Things you can do during this dedicated time, are to write in a journal. Look at photos and videos, meditate, read old messages and letters, and so on. On this channel, we upload regular short videos specifically for the dedicated purpose of remembering. We'll provide a link to them below. We hope that some of these ideas will help you deal with your grief and loss. These ideas were not in order of priority, and naturally, none of them replace the need for professional help, if that's necessary.